Folks, we are on another road trip. This time we're going to Chester, which is 122 miles away. Currently on the outskirts of Bingham, near Nottingham, and the radio is locked up on channel 11. How annoying. And it's foggy, so we'll come into it in a bit. We're buying a broken Sharp video recorder. Well, if we get to through the fog, it's Redcliffe-on-Soar power station, and this is one they spent millions and millions of pounds on doing a cleaning thing. It's a coal-fired power station. It's been mothballed, but with the Russian invasion of Ukraine, it came out of mothballs. It's been in use. Most people will be aware that this country's got something like 53% of its power through renewables these days, but things like this really help stabilise the national grid. So it's probably the only power station which is working, which is coal, in the country, and they're going to demolish it. So it came out, they spent millions doing this cleaning thing so that it doesn't puther out emissions, which it did in the past. And they did that about 20 years ago. When I worked at Nottingham Radio, we provided walkie-talkies for the contractors who were doing that work. We got one of the radios back, bent as a banana, Maxon SL70. They dropped it off a cooling tower. The wonderful thing about the Maxon SL70 is it's designed, if you drop the radio, the battery breaks. So at the time, 36 quid on a new battery and your radio was good. Anyway, we recased this radio. I think the cases were a fiver, you know, it wasn't a big deal. New battery, and away it went. So one day I turned up, there was an emergency. They got a Motorola controller. They have a gooseneck microphone on these Motorola controllers, and if you flex them around enough, metal filings end up going on the printed circuit board inside and shorting things out. What a stupid design error. So you've got all this phosphor bronze inside, shorting stuff out. So I went there in my own car, 9 o'clock at night, sorted them out with a lone one. We're back on the air within 5 minutes of me turning up. It goes, going to trouble from security because whatever, I was driving my Nissan Cedric at the time, and I hadn't got a blue flashing, an amber flashing light, and I hadn't got a hard hat. I'm going to the control room, right outside the control room, going in, sorting out, come out. What's all that about? Anyway, about 6 months later, telephone call, 9 o'clock at night, got an emergency at power station, so I'm not coming again. This is the next nearest dealer is Preston in Lancashire, goodbye. And that's what security people do, who are tin Hitlers. Right, well, we're not really going to the airport, and that's today's story. We'll see you in a bit. As we're carrying on our journey, we've got about 70 miles to go, and we're going past JCB's World Park Centre. CB is saying nothing. Heavy Products Factory. They're not quite as Heavy Products Factory. So we're in Stoke-on-Trent as we go through it. CB's not saying anything. He's had a couple of sensible conversations on specific channels of people clearly working, like farmers and that. He's had some foreign interference because of the weather conditions. We once, when I was at Nottingham Radio, we once bought a ex-British Telecom Bedford HA van from the auctions here. There's a car auction place. And we set off far too late. When we got there, the auctioneer said, now the final lot, the double-decker bus. Well, we started the bidding at £12,000, and off it went. So he then said, right, well, we've got some non-runners around the back, so we'll just have a look at those. We ended up buying one of these non-runners. Anyway, it did turn out to be good after I got towed back with it. But it was just so funny to get to this auction. The auctioneer to say, and the last lot is. So there you go. Always get to these places on time. So I did see a sign a bit back which said something. Oh, this is great fun, isn't it? Shavington. I had a shave this morning. Wallow. Well, that was a good introduction to this section of the video. I think it said Chester about 26 miles. Oh, it didn't say anything. They've got a slow workforce, it says there. Seeing as we're in autumn and we're in end of October, I hope you've all noticed the wonderful colours of the trees as they lose their leaves. Going to find a signpost which says secret bunker. That sounds like fun, doesn't it? I'm glad it's secret. Is it up there? Is that the secret bunker?
You can say it there.
Oh well, no, that's a shit. That's a shop.
We need to turn around and then we'll stay.
Oh, have we? Oh dear.
Secret bunkers to the left.
Oh, good, yes, it's secret bunkers there, so yeah.
Go down there and turn around.
Secret bunker, folks. All Britain's secrets coming out in this video. Well, they're swish houses, aren't they? Yeah. I wonder if I can afford one on my 85 pence an hour. Past a park, which is Nantwich Riverside Mill Island, and we start seeing the black and white houses. Oh, we would get just stuck in. Are we going to the spooktacular event? No, we're not.
They're all called spooktacular events, aren't they?
Oh, is that the latest play on words?
What has been?
There's a gymnasium there, and one of the funniest things I ever saw was in Sheffield. Above a fish and chip shop, it was a Weight Watchers club. Which is, I did take a photo of it at the time, or even a video. It's on a tape, you know, back in the days when videos had tapes. Oh, this is fun.
Jim's above an American diner.
That's even brilliant. As good as the story I was telling. Weaver. That's another place my sister lived, at Weaverham. Here is the canal is up there. You can see the barges.
We're about to go under.
And we're about to go under the canal. How novel is that?
It's a Shropshire Union Canal for anybody interested.
Is that like a trade union?
Possibly.
Right, art on strike. Oh, I've got a silly car with a silly sound effect when you change gear. Woo! Oh, there's a ghost under the bonnet. Oh, look at this.
No,
A bridge that's full of water. That was fun. It's an interesting hay bale thing, isn't it? Or is it? Is it hay bales? No, it's a...
A place called Snugberries, wherever that is. There you go. Phenomenal ice cream.
Oh, right. We'll show you all these places to go when you're out in Cheshire. Yeah, I thought that was a hay bale thing, but it's not. Just going to go. This is something because it's a shop. I'll be able to show you the outside. They sell records and retro stuff, and this broken video recorder is amongst their souvenirs. The vendor told me on the telephone last night. He says, we've even got some organ music, and I thought, well, they've looked at my profile now. I'm going to work as a church organist, and it wasn't that. He just for some reason told me that.
Brook Street. It's at the back of that.
Oh, it's at the back there, right. It was Brook Street we're going for. So, we won't be buying any records. Got to go in there with blinkered vision. It's enough paying 15 quid for a broken video recorder, I can assure you. That's an interesting bit. Oh, this looks right from what I saw. I think it's on the right.
Parking down there. Yeah, so can we? You know what?
Anyway, we couldn't get near enough to the shop, so we've got a box Sharp VC7300, which is this mammoth thing here. One of those, the non-remote version. You've got a shoebox extra if you wanted the remote. That's brilliant. Way out of Chester. Wasn't difficult, although we were in the middle. It wasn't really a nightmare type of city. So yeah, it was a shame we couldn't get any parking near the shop, because you'd have seen they sell vinyl records and vintage clothing and memorabilia type of stuff. It's all very nice. So it's looking a bit murky. We've locked the CB on channel 19. It did just speak, and then it didn't. Oh, we're going to a petrol station. Ooh. Right, we'll see what the journey brings. Macclesfield, about to get a McDonald's. Did I say Macclesfield properly? And then it didn't sound quite right. We've got a rather nice view as we wait at these wonderful traffic lights. And there's actually some sun out at this side of the Pennines. Back we were looking at a canal that went over the road. Well, now we've got a railway that goes over the road. It's a bit more usual, and we're just coming out of Macclesfield, where we've been to McDonald's, and they've got a special which doesn't often come round, which is the McRib. We're going to Buxton, but we're not going to go and see Michael Dranfield today. The Chili Banana Thai restaurant.
Some guy has a Cat and Fiddle Pass in.
Oh right, yes. Cat and Fiddle Pass, right. Get the camera back out when we get there. To show you the really nice scenery, but it's foggy, and all we can show you is Mr. Chippie, who keeps having to change gear. That doesn't mean his clothes. Yeah, right.
There's a bench somewhere around here. I keep looking at the sat nav to make sure.
Yeah, you need to look at the sat nav to see where you're going. Is this the Cat and Fiddly bit?
Well, the Cat and Fiddle's the pub right at the top, isn't it? But it's A537 if you
right. Where's all the sheep scissors?
Well, loads back there.
Yeah. Is it too scary up here?
Yes. Can't see them, can they?
No.
Neither can I.
Right, well, we can't see much, so we'll come back to this later. So we're going through, oh, that's the parish church. There's a 4-manual hill organ in there, which I worked on in the 70s, and used to subsequently, we went to tune it about 4 times a year. Yeah, St. John's. Came to a radio rally here when I still lived in Rotherham. What's that, the old hospital?
Don't know, it's that right big building.
Yeah. I think this is the hospital. This is the former hospital here, if I remember rightly, this building. I'm sure it is. And Mother was nursing in Sheffield at the Royal Hospital, long gone. During the World War II. So she was allowed to come to Buxton, which isn't too far away from Sheffield, for a weekend break. And they'd actually sent quite a few of the patients to the hospital here to kind of convalesce. And of course, when she was seen by these patients who were sat out in chairs on the grass outside the hospital. Hello, Nurse Richardson, nice to see you here. She couldn't get away from it. It's always such a nice place, Buxton. And of course, famous for Buxton spring water, which, unlike the Coca-Cola Del Sani water, was it, which never was going to get a thing here, is actually real spring water, not bottled tap water filtered. Anyway, we'll go a bit further through Buxton. Yeah, definitely right at this bit. Anyway, it's very dark and dismal. Bakewell, famous for its tarts. So we're going through Bakewell, as in Bakewell tarts. Oh, we're not on channel 19, Mr. Chippie.
Oh.
Now we're on 19. Well, it hasn't said anything, has it?
No.
No. So we're near Alfreton, Derbyshire. This is probably the Sheffield Burner Brigade. So let's try and put it in scan. It's that one, I think. Yeah, well, that was loud and clear.
Sambo, Gaz, are you on, mate? Call back, Sambo. Gaz, are you on, pal?
Don't people say, do you copy the whatever today? You know, like it's the intergalactic toenail or whatever its handle is. There was an intergalactic toenail on in Nottingham. Well, I think that about concludes our video. It's only 4:45 in the evening, and it is pretty miserable. So that was our trip to pick the video recorder up from Chester. We've got an on-the-air test to do, which is the Manor Kestrel. Thanks for watching.